When I tell you I had a busy weekend, I had a busy weekend. I did not even anticipate my weekend feeling as busy as it did, but nonetheless, it got done. Hi, my name is Janelle, and I work in sports entertainment. Aside from being a physical education teacher, this weekend, I had a Rangers game. Now, unbeknownst to me, it was SantaCon in New York City. You already know what that means. Just a bunch of drunk, young people everywhere. They were in Penn Station, they were on my train, they were in Chick-fil-A. The line was so long, I was like, you know what? I'm not even hungry at this point. Despite the Long Island Railroad just being complete mayhem, I actually got to work about 20 minutes early, which is kind of surprising because it's a Saturday and it was a lot going on. I didn't even have an opportunity when I was home to do a fit check because I was rushing low-key. Is it just me, or the earlier that you wake up, the longer it takes you to get ready? For Rangers game, we have to be there 2.5 hours before the game starts. We need to roll our t-shirts, we need to eat, we need to pick our contestants, we need to go over what's happening in the game that day. It's just a lot. This particular game, I did have a lot of responsibilities, so I did not get much content because I actually had to work. It's not just watch the game. No, like there's a lot of behind the scenes things that go on. Normally after the game, I go straight home, but I did have an event that I needed to attend later on that day, and I had some time to go. I had one specific story in mind because I needed a new jacket for the Giants game that I was attending the next day. I've been to this location once before, and I remember it having a huge sports section, so I knew that I would be able to find something. In the words of Mr. Denzel Washington, I'm leaving here with something. To my surprise, they had way more things than I expected them to have, but I was looking for a particular starter pullover, but I just could not find it. I ended up settling on this satin jacket, and honestly, it was a hit, and I just didn't realize it was until the next day. At this point, I was hangry, I was tired, and my night was not over. Did I miss the memo where establishments do not give you utensils unless you ask for them? What is that about? They just expect you to eat with your hands? Like, I'm so confused. However, let's not get distracted by my rant. I came to see my nephew, my uncle, and my aunt perform in this nativity play. I missed it the last couple of years because of work, but I was happy that I was able to see this one. Ended up starting about 45 minutes late, so we got out of there a little later than I had anticipated. So by the time we got out, I was ready to go home and get some sleep, especially because I knew I had a busy day tomorrow as well. And we made it to Sunday, y'all. Now, I was super excited for this day because I am a Giants fan. I know, not too much on me. I hadn't been to a Giants game since 2021, and honestly, it's just because they haven't been doing too well. This year has been no different. However, my boyfriend was like, he got us tickets to see the Ravens, and I was like, oh, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, sign me up. I will never turn down an invitation to a Giants game. Thank you. Now, the last time I took public transportation to a Giants game was in 2018, and honey, I do not remember all of this walking. Maybe my excitement had got the best of me the last time I took the train, but honey, nothing could have prepared me for all of this walking. I'm sure I did 5,000 steps just making my way to the stadium. I'm exaggerating, but that's literally what it felt like. We had to take 2 trains, a horse and carriage, and a ferry just to get to MetLife Stadium. After 3 business days, we finally made it, and I was very disappointed to see that there was no sun. I thought maybe the sun would have said peekaboo, but no, honey, she was gone. Now, this is where things get a little interesting. Since I'm new to vlogging, I had not known that cameras were not allowed in stadiums. Not only was I mad because I couldn't get the 4K footage that I wanted, but I was just like, no, like, what if somebody really takes my camera? Because then I'm gonna have to fight. I don't know about you, but when I attend sporting events, I need to make sure that I'm there on time. And for me, on time is early. Like, I want to see them run out. I want to see the national anthem. I want to see everything. Like, I can't stand people that show up late. Like, did you not know what time it started? Did you not plan accordingly? Like, what's going on? The Ravens were playing like they had parlays on the line. They scored 2 quick touchdowns, and because I was sitting on the visitor side of the stadium, I was in the sea of Ravens fans, and it was just like, all right, relax. Working in sports entertainment is always interesting to see how other places do their t-shirt touches, because that's literally what I do at my arena. But their machine was broken, and our side did not get any t-shirts, so I was kind of tight about that. But now I understand how other fans feel. We finally got a touchdown, and at some point I definitely realized that I had 5-point zoom. I literally felt like I could see what they ate for breakfast. Like, that's how close just the 5 points. So imagine what 10 and 15 would have looked like. Right before halftime, the Ravens scored again, and I was like, all right, let me go and warm up. So I went and got me some hot chocolate, and it was better than I had anticipated it to be. No matter how many times I come to MetLife, I'm always in awe of just being in the building of a team that I have literally followed my entire life. I won't even hold you. that hot chocolate saved me. It wasn't even super cold. It was just the fact that it was a little bit windy and there was no sun. The Ravens ended up scoring a few more times, and then it was like, all right, it's time to go, because I was not missing that. I didn't know what traffic would look like walking to the train. Plus, I had to get my camera, so I was like, yeah, let's go on and pack it up. I wanted to make a quick pit stop to the store because I wanted to get some socks, because I don't know, I could not find any of my giant socks that would match or kind of fit the aesthetic that I was going with. Once I got my camera, it was time to pack us up like sardines in them train cars. Some Ravens fan felt bad for me because I was like, where'd you get that hat? And it was like a door prize, but for whatever reason, the gate that I came in did not have the hats, so she gave it to me, and I was actually very excited about it. It couldn't fit my head because of my hairstyle right now, but that's okay because I could wear it another time. Like, it was almost a bit overwhelming how many people were leaving this. The entire commute only took about 40 minutes, but it literally felt like I was walking for 20 minutes. I barely had time to read signs. I was just literally following the crowd. So if the crowd was going to Pennsylvania, well, we was going to Pennsylvania. Going back to New York, it was a little bit more easy to navigate because they had signs that said like to NYC. And now that this route is a little bit more familiar to me, I know for next time. The plan was to go and get dinner after the game, but after being around tens of thousands of people, being in the cold, warming up, cooling off, I was ready. That 45-minute drive back to Brooklyn was just like haunting me on the back of my neck. We grabbed some pizza and we called it a day because, honey, I was tired and I had enough. All in all, my weekend was very good, very productive. I didn't do laundry, I didn't go grocery shopping, I didn't cook, I didn't lesson plan, I didn't do anything. I just did what I wanted to do, and I love that for me. I didn't even edit. I didn't have the energy to do anything but to watch TV. But would I do it again? Absolutely. Thanks for spending the weekend with me. I hope you enjoyed this Vlogmas. Catch you in the next one. Later.